60s, but the matchless engine from 58. Thank you. Making a call for Lindsay. Lindsay, could you come to the pit office? Thank you. Lindsay Bear. Lindsay, could you come to the pit office? Thank you, Lindsay. All right, 271, Rod Hale. He's on the Triumph 3TA here. Another classic example, of course. No need for any air filter. Just suck in that fresh air straight in there. Wouldn't have it in a dirty environment. Couldn't be going down a dirt road these days. Oh, listen to it when it starts to get off that idle. Triumph sounding super sweet and looking beautiful as well. That one as well, of course, has the vented brake. If you notice in the front, as well as the twin leading shoe, it actually forces the air inside it to cool it down as well, because brakes were an accessory on bikes of this era. Waiting for that light to go out. Well, and he flips down the visor. Nice, the TA3 out there. Rod Hale, ladies and gentlemen, on Legend Classic Races. Supported bike out of Tauranga. Called for our pre-82, pre-82 to the dummy grid, pre-82 to the dummy grid. Thank you, pre-82s. All right, 13 up 13, Greg Trillo here on the Norton 500. Another girder fork bike as well. Fantastic. Good example here, only got the leather jacket on, got the matte black helmet. So he's got his classic boots on and a good pair of Dragon jeans. So still giving him plenty of protection. And the number 13 today for Gregory Trillo. As well as the suspension, the back also, of course, has the sprung seat, the legendary sprung seat. Often what you had with bikes of girder forks, just a sprung seat, rigid frame. This one has got some suspension, very little. Well, as classic bikes ventured on, they generally had the brake on one side and the sprocket drive on the opposite. Of course, with these bikes, and many of them around that era, they incorporated the brakes within the sprocket drive as well. They realised later that they needed to transfer the heat. Whoa, lucky to get the start out of that, so good work. 85 for Graham here. There he is, got a push team here on board as well. Nicely done. Listen to that fire-breathing beauty. Tell you what, that is sucking so much air. Classic to watch. Well done, Graham. You can actually hear it sucking air. It's taken in that much at the moment. Twin shocks of the classic BSA Gold Star 500, 1958 model. So that, folks, 61 years old. 61 years old. Talk about technology to the max. Seth, yes, just indeed, the first run untime, so this is the first time practice. They will be displayed in the pit office here after the round. Well, Graham, he's got one of Verniers around. Oh, beautiful start to get away, Graham. Nice work there, Graham Peters, the man from Pohongana. .32 to come up short, Byron Clothier. Another good example, girder fork technology. Look at that tyre on the back. They never made him that good back in the 40s, so... And again, an example of a sprung seat, some rear suspension, and the girder forks on the front. The lovely Norton 500. And the oldest bike here at 1946. Just getting his gears sorted. Almost that straight pipe, the little tail megaphone on the back, just to keep the worst of the noise down. Run from Burt. Oh yeah, hooked up a nice gear there. Won't be too many to select from. 197, little Swallow. There's a man here in the Velo. Look at this, the little 250, the little 250 Velo, the single. So this is the smallest of our classic bikes today. 250s, two 350s, some three 500s and two 650s. So a tiny little 250. But listen to that, percolating away. Girder forks on the front, but notice the Velo with the a spring on the back by 1948. Velo set, one of the most advanced of the British fans. If you've ever taken an opportunity, do your research on the Velo set range of motorcycles. Beautiful, ahead of their time, ahead of their rivals. Velo set setting the scene. Well, we had the big 40th anniversary classic event last weekend at Pukekohe. Just making a call now for our pre-72, pre-82 to the dummy grid. Thank you. Pre-72, pre-82. Nice work. All right, that's rocked out of our pre-73, going now to, oh, hello, bit of a stall there. All right, call for our pre-82 to the dummy grid. Thank you, pre-82. So Dougie Fairbrother up here. And look at this machine. Good to see bike transit. And twin discs on the front. Technology well ahead of its era here. And the BSA, disc brake on the rear as well, but the twin disc on the front. Getting a nice high-powered start away there. Call again for our pre-82 class, pre-82. Pre-89, you should be getting ready as well. Pre-89, getting ready. Well, here it is, Dylan Stanton, this lovely Southland Honda CB450. Beautiful little bike. Look at that, the overhead cam. Wow, what technology from Mr. Honda. World-class bike of its era. 1972. Courtesy of our Bluff Foursquare Supermarket, proud to be supporting events as a lot of the Bluff businesses are here today. Get them behind them, remembering we'll all be heading to the Golden Age Tavern, Anchorage Cafe. They're adjoining businesses down there on the main street in Bluff. Love to have you with us. Prize giving day. Here is Mr. Kev Ryan. Back as well as T-shirt tells the story, folks. Tribute 29, remembering those 29 miners still buried at Pike River. But I got to say congratulations to the government for all the work they're doing. I'm a fan of getting the memory of those boys, so hope you are as well. Supporting the tribute. Pike River Run. Oh, there we go from Kev. Now this guy will be competing at the Speedway as well, of course, one of the all-round most versatile competitors. Walk up this morning, rocked up, hadn't seen him for 12 months. How's Kev? How you go, mate? How many bikes you got? 3 this year, he says. 3 this year. Had trouble getting his drag bike ready, so he's got 3 bikes. So he'll have 3 different bikes in action for you, including his classic Speedway Solo. And you want to watch the way this guy goes on Saturday night. Oh, look at that. Wow, some mega power on that beautiful bike. So well done to Kevy on the Triumph 800. Of course, started its life as a 750, and it's a fire breather at its best as well. The 1966 Triumph in our pre-1972 class. Called for our pre-89s to the dummy grid. Pre-89 to the dummy grid. All right, Butch, here he goes. Mr. Butch Woods out of, well, I presume he's still in Alexandra. Used to always be from Alex. I said hi, caught up with Butch last night. Hadn't seen him for 12 months. And I presume he's still there out of the Centro. Look at this for a Norton. Who's a Norton Commando fan? Man, oh man. See that? We've gone to the disc brake technology on the front as well. The best of British, the Norton Commando. Beautiful to see. 203, folks, bring them on. Mr. Vince Burrell here on the Moto Guzzi. And a special thanks to Tio Lama's back with us again. Special hi to Tio. Thanks, Tio, for coming up and saying hi today. He has got the best collection of Moto Guzzi motorcycles outside of Italy, folks. And have a look at this machine. Now, Vince has had a fantastic year. He was formerly from the Hawke's Bay and wasn't getting anywhere near enough motorcycling, so he shifted his life and family and belongings to Christchurch, that he's now made his home. And every time I catch up with him, he just loves being here in the South Island. So he's turned the mainland into his home. More motorcycling, more good guys, or he uses a different word to guys than I just use, but you get the idea. And he just loves it down here. Get to know this man, folks. He is the epitome of post-classic racing in New Zealand. Look at this beautiful Moto Guzzi. And he has got it there. 203 is long-standing number out of Christchurch, courtesy of Guzzi Cafe, Redline Oil, KRS Engineering, and Tio Lamas. He's done some... Listen. Wow, peels it straight into the corner, looking good. Pre-89, your call to the dummy grid. Thank you, Pre-89. As we look out now, that looks, I think, to be all of our pre-72. So there's only 2 pre-82s. It's an era that's certainly missing from this year's event. Got more of, or many more of some of our other classes, but only 2 pre-82s. We'll have Chris McMeekin up next. Now, it's worthwhile coming to the prize giving just for his jokes, folks. You've got to come to the prize giving because Chris will give us a joke. Have you ever had a joke from Chris McMeekin? So turn up for his jokes at the end. Come and join us for prize giving around 4:30, 5 o'clock, depending on the conditions today, down there at the Golden Age Tavern. You will love it. And come for this guy's jokes because he's got a cracker every year. And I would not dare give him the microphone and tell him to give us one for the public. So it gives you an idea. They are good. So come and see him. Good on you, Chris. Away goes Mr. Chris McMeekin on the Catherine Street Medical Centre, Thompson's Furniture, Singleton Signs, JRL Tuning, Suzuki GS 1000. Pre-89s for the dummy grid. Thank you. Final call, pre-89s. And in all of that, in fact, we didn't have Gareth Hamill last time, but I haven't seen Gareth on the field. So here we go. Yes, indeed. Let's have him up here, Mr. Gary Jamieson, Vice President Extraordinaire of the club, the man that does so much behind the scenes. This guy is amazing. I find his wealth of excitement unbelievable. And he's got his beautiful Ducati. So nice to see you here today. Good on you, Gary. Lovely to see you. Courtesy of Top Cars and Commercial on Clyde Street. Uh-oh. Too much power, Gary, too much power. So there we go. Number 13, Gary Jamieson. To me, he's a local hero. Tell you what, you're going to need some sunblock on here today, folks. That's for sure. I'll have to go and get some on in the lunch break coming up. Wow. Beautiful day. Don't be caught out by the temperature. Remembering the penguins don't live far from here. But it still shines. All right, nice to see 103 stepping it up here, Mr. John Rawcliffe, local identity. He's got the what we call the wet tyre on the back. So see, it's actually a racing tyre, but it's got big, deep grooves in it. Ideal for these conditions. So the wet tyre, it's still got the softness, the tackiness of a road racing tyre, but it's not a pure slick, so it's more versatile. Here we go, 103. And again, see that? Big tall, yeah, and away off the line he goes. Suffering from a lack of traction as he fires it away and heads up the hill. Courtesy of Fovo Dairy and Gasoline Alley. Hey, remember with these servos like Gasoline Alley, GAS, you'll find it down on the main street there in Bluff, make sure you're fueling up here if you've got an empty tank, because there's no service station in Invercargill that sponsors the event, but there's 2 out here in Bluff that do. So fill up your bikes here, folks. Fill up your bikes here and say that you fueled your bike up at the world's most southern service station. How's that? All right, we've got the camera. Look at that, we've got the camera. Oh, that looks flash. Hey, don't get in the way of that. Jaffa Racing, nice to have you with us today, Nige. Comes all the way from Auckland. Good. Oh, there is serious business. Visor down, you see that? And the Jaffa is away. There he goes. And he's never ashamed to have his bikes in those kind of colours as well. So good on you, Nige. Good to see. All right, here we are now with Willie Simpson out of Balclutha, the South Otago capital, Little Balclutha, down there at the bow of the Clutha River. Oh, got a very nice HJC helmet on board. He's got some lovely leathers. Look at that, he's on board with the Yamaha. He's got the R sticker on the back, even though it's the FZR on model. It might be a little 400, but pretty nippy on the hill and not a bad start. Ooh, had that air of hesitation going into the corner. All right, up now with 61. Here we go with Paul Fisher. Nice work, Paul. The Timaru man on this beautiful Ducati SS750. Hey, listen to that. If that's not the most classic Ducati sound you will ever hear, it is beautiful. Listen. Yeah. Let's get out here and tear one up. Nice to see. One of the things that the riders have on today, folks, is called the tether switch. The tether switch, that means that they have a wristband between the electrics. You'll see it on the arm there. See it on the left-hand arm. You put it on your left arm because your right arm's the throttle and it's doing a little bit more. So you'll see that looks almost like a telephone receiver cord, if you're old enough to remember what a telephone cord looks like. And it's attached to the electric. So as soon as the rider parts company, it kills the bike. It's called a tether switch, and another safety requirement of motorcycling New Zealand. Here we go, 750 away. Well done, Brian Stevens. Mr. Brian Stevens, good on you, Brian. All right, 222 for Kevin Kingham, courtesy of Pro Rider in the Southland Motorcycle Club. Here is international media celebrities, done so many stories of this event. Check out for his new website coming up shortly called Vanishing Point. And you'll find this guy, media star extraordinaire, an all-round good guy and great rider. So 222 and Kevin Kingham on the Southland Motorcycle Club supported ZXR. Here we go, pre-89. Oh, he's certainly got the bike idling nicely, hasn't he? That is sounding beautiful. Oh, nice work, Kevin. You're looking lovely. There he goes, peels it into the corner, and I think he might have been the last of those away. Yes, indeed. So that's our classic field goes through. So well done. Watch out, folks. I'll get it wrong. Minibuses, Clark of the Course vehicle, underway. Quick break, good opportunity. Grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, beautiful food. Grab that souvenir that you want as well as the apparel today. And please, I can't say it enough. Make sure you get your apparel today. Don't think I'll do that on Thursday or my pay goes in. Go and put it on the credit card before your money goes in to secure that you've got the world's best apparel.